things are coming out so wide and so often that some of the preachers have to own up to some of them now. You even hear him saying, yes, we don't supposed to worship Christ. He's right. Yes, he did say David would come and rule the earth. He said that, but then there come the lie. Well, let me show you what Yahweh said. We go to the book of Exodus, the 4th chapter, the 22nd and 23rd verse of Exodus, the 4th chapter, and let's see what Yahweh is to say about his son. Here's what he said.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith Yahweh.
Thus saith Yahweh. That's something you will never find within the contents, within the confines of the New Testament, nor the Quran. And that is where the Creator himself is speaking. And notice how he introduces himself. Thus said Yahweh.
Israel is my son.
Israel is my son.
Even my firstborn.
Even my firstborn son. Now, if Israel, let's stop for a minute. Now, if Israel is the firstborn son of Yah, then how could Christ be the only begotten son? When he just come out plainly and say, Israel is my son. Why didn't he say Israel is one of my sons? Why didn't he say Israel is my second-born son? Why didn't he say what's being told to you every day in these lying churches every Sunday? Why didn't he say that? We find that he said, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
And I say unto thee,
Let
my son go, that he may serve me.
Let my son go, Pharaoh, that he may serve me.
And if thou refuse to let him go,
and if you refuse to let him go,
behold, I will slay thy son.
I will slay thy son.
Even thy firstborn.
Even though you have a firstborn son that you and your wife conceived. I have a firstborn son that I have conceived. And if you don't let my firstborn son go, then I'm going to destroy your son, even your firstborn son, because you won't let mine go. So just as Pharaoh had a firstborn son, Yahweh had a firstborn son. And the firstborn son of Yahweh is the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel. That is the firstborn son of Yahweh. None other but the nation of Israel. And then the Creator talks about a tribe of Israel that he called his firstborn son. And the tribe of Israel that Yahweh calls his firstborn son is the tribe of Ephraim. And you can find this in the book of Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, and you will find it in the 9th verse. So let's get everything together. The nation that's his firstborn son is Israel. The tribe, out of the 12 tribes of Israel, the tribe that he chose to be his firstborn son is Ephraim. Let's turn that. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. Let's go to the 9th verse.
They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them.
And I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters,
in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble.
For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. So the tribe that Yahweh called his firstborn son is Ephraim. But there was also an individual. There's also a king. There was also a man that the Creator called his firstborn son, and he called this man the King of Kings and the Lord of all lords. And that man, well, I'm going to let you see who he is. We're going to go to the book of Songs, 89. The book of Psalms 89. The 89th division of Psalms, and we want our listening audience to go with me to the 18th verse. And here's what it says.
For Yahweh is our defense.
Yahweh is the only defense of Israel, not Christ. All of our people know that there's only one that we call on in our time of help, in our time of need, in our time of confusion. We called on the name of Yahweh. We called on the name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not and never had been known as Christ, Yeshua, Yehoshua, or Emmanuel. But the only God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is Yahweh, and Yahweh only. And it said, for Yahweh is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our King.
Then thou spakest in vision to thy Holy One.
You see that the Most High spoke in visions to his Holy One. You see a small h, signifying that this is someone of a subservient position, someone inferior than the first Holy One.
And said, I have laid help upon one that is mighty.
The Creator said, I laid help upon one that is mighty.
I have exalted one chosen out of the people.
The Creator said he has exalted one that he chose out of the people to make him his firstborn son. David was not born a firstborn son. He's not born the son of Yahweh, because Yahweh never had an intercourse with a woman. He never placed his seed in the belly of an earthly being. So he's his son by adoption. He adopted David to be his firstborn son, as he adopted Israel. The Creator has no son that he came and had a intimate relationship with. That's hogwash, totally against his word, as we've approved. But here the Creator says,
I have found David, my servant.
I have found David, my servant.
With my holy oil have I anointed him.
The Creator never anointed Christ. And the Most High don't anoint anyone by baptizing them in water. The Almighty said there's nothing new under the sun. That which has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Baptism was never a way that the Creator anointed a king. But the only way that the Almighty has ever set forth to anoint someone is with his holy oil. And he said, I found David my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hand shall be established. The Creator said his hand shall be established on this earth through David.
My arm also shall strengthen him.
He said his arm will be that which will strengthen David.
The enemy shall not exact upon him.
The enemy shall not exalt himself over him.
Nor the son of wickedness afflict him.
Nor shall the sons of wickedness afflict him.
I will beat down his foes before his face.
And plague them that hate him.
But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him.
And in my name shall his harm or his government be established.
I will set his hand also in the sea,
and his right hand in the river, meaning that I'm going to give him worldwide dominion across the vast seas and rivers.
He shall cry unto me.
David shall cry unto me,
Thou art my father.
Thou art my father, my Elohim, and the rock of my salvation.
Also I will make him my firstborn,
higher than the kings of the earth. Here, the Creator, Yahweh, states emphatically that he will call David his son, and he will make him higher than any of the kings of the earth. Now, if Christ is to be the King of the Jews, and for the Creator's kingdom to be on earth, here he said he will make David higher than any kings on this earth.